Okay, here is an imaginary battle between two geniuses. Norman Gilbreath on the left and Albert Einstein on the right. So let me tell you what the contest consists of. Each one of them are starting out with the same packet structure, alternating red and black cards. The goal is to arrange the cards in such a way that each pair of cards taken from the top consists of a red and a black in some order. And from there, the challenge becomes ever more difficult. Okay, so Norman Gilbreath over here, working with his alternating packet, has figured out a wonderful way to mix the cards so that each pair of cards taken from the top consists of a red and a black. The way that he does it is he just deals any number of cards to the table, doesn't matter how many, any number of cards, and then he riffle shuffles those together. Well, something that's equivalent to a riffle shuffle is the Rosette shuffle. Okay, so both of those accomplish the same thing. So let's just check to see if Norman Gilbreath achieves this first stage of the contest. Is it true that each pair of cards taken from the top consists of a red and black in some order? It does indeed. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and close up his little packet. We'll come back to it in just a moment. Now, Albert Einstein has a completely different way of arranging his cards to hopefully achieve the same sort of outcome. His system is to spell two words from his most famous statement, that being his description of quantum entanglement as spooky action at a distance. So we're going to spell spooky action and see where that leads us. So S-P-O-O-K-Y, spooky, action, A-C-T-I-O-N. Okay. Well, did Albert Einstein achieve the same outcome? Is it true that each pair of cards taken from the top consists of a red and black in some order? It does indeed. Okay. Now, the contest becomes much more strenuous because now their special systems for setting up their cards have to survive various mixing procedures. The first one is just an ordinary left-right dealing with random stacking decided by you, the spectator. You want left on right? Okay. So let's see how Norman Gilbreath did here. Is it still true that each pair of cards taken from the top consists of a red and black in some... Oops, okay, that's a fail. That is a fail. Let me bring that back on camera. That's okay. And that's a fail. I'm sorry to say that Norman Gilbreath has just fallen out of the contest. Each pair needed to consist of a red and black card in some order. Okay, so that's a fail for this round. Okay, what about Einstein? Let's do the same thing. In fact, we can even do the same stacking if you would like, just to treat these two individuals the same. Now, I believe that you asked for left on right. If I'm mistaken, I apologize for that, but that's what I remember. So let's see how Einstein did. Did he still preserve the property that each pair of cards taken from the top consists of a red and black in some order? Ooh, that's looking good. Oh, that's looking good. And that's looking great. Yes, he did indeed. Okay, so that round goes to Einstein for sure. Okay, well, let's do another one. This is called the Klondike Shuffle. This is where you take the top and bottom off as one, like this. Okay, well, let's see how Gilbreath did here. So each pair needs to be a red and a black in some order. That's a fail. So he's already failed, but let's look at the others. Okay, bad news for Gilbreath. Okay, so a Klondike Shuffle for Einstein. Let's do the same thing to his little organization of the cards. Did he do any better than Gilbreath? That looks good. That looks good. Perfect. And that looks great. Okay. Wow, I think Gilbreath is down by 2 right now. Okay, well, let's do another mixing procedure. It's called an up jog, an even or odd up jog. So why don't we jog forward the even position cards, strip them out, and then which would you like on top of the other? The left on right or right on left? You want right on left? Okay, very good. Let's see how Gilbreath did here. Oh boy, failed right off. Well, got black and red there. That's good. That's good. Nope, failed to achieve a perfect pairing of red and black. Okay, that's too bad. Okay, well, let's check Einstein here. We're going to do an even up jog just as before. Okay, no difference. And then I think, did we do left on right? I believe we did. So let's see how Einstein did. Did he still achieve a perfect pairing of red and black cards? So far, yes. Yes, and yes, he did. Okay. Why don't we do a couple more just to give Norman Gilbreath a chance to redeem himself? Why don't we do a down under? That's a very destructive shuffle in card magic. I'll show you how it works. It's down and then under, down, under, down, under, down, and then the last one goes on top. Okay, how did Norman Gilbreath do? We're looking for pairs of the opposite color. Fail. Still failed on the first one. Oh boy, I'm sorry, but that did not work out the way that it needed to for Gilbreath to perfectly meet the requirement for this contest. Okay, Einstein. Okay, so down, under as well. Down, under, down, under. Down, under, down, under, down. Last one on top. Okay, how did Albert Einstein do? Yes, okay, that's looking good. Red and black, which is what we, yes, that's what we need. Oh, he got it, and he nailed it again. Oh boy. Why don't we just do one more and just hope to high heaven that Gilbreath is able to finish with a point on the board here. Okay, so why don't we do something called a mange shuffle. This is an over under or under over, and maybe we'll do an over under over under over under over. Okay, well, let's just check to see how sorry, that's a fail. I'm sorry to say, a fail. Oh, that's interesting. That's a different fail than he had before. Okay, the non-successful pairs are kind of moving around, but as a whole, that is a fail for that particular stage of the performance, or the contest, I should say. Okay, and then I think it was an over-under, right? Over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Okay, this is the final reveal for Einstein. Let's see if he can nail 100% in this Herculean challenge. Okay, that's good. Red and black, that's what we want to see. A red and black, a black and red, and a red and black. Oh boy. I would have to say that Einstein just seems to have a far superior way of organizing this packet of 8 cards over Norman Gilbreath's shuffling of his alternating packet. Okay, great. Well, this will work for you as is if you just do what I did. Just start with alternating packets. Over here we did the Gilbreath principle, which is a powerful principle. But what we've discovered is if you want to mix the cards further here, really the organization of the cards will be unknown and be a total mess. Whereas for Einstein, who also began with an alternating packet, spelling out spooky action seemed to put his packet of cards into a very special organization that seemed to withstand any systematic mixing procedure we threw its way. Well, that's actually true, and that's for the simple reason that spelling spooky and then action will convert this alternating packet into something called a Bessie sequence of order 8. And this organization of a packet of 8 cards is invariant or unharmed by virtually every systematic shuffling procedure out there. So in some ways it's indestructible when it comes to systematic shuffles. Okay? And we kind of got a glimpse of that here because Einstein continued to win each stage of this contest. And he would continue to win. In fact, there's over 1,000 unique ways to mix the packet that he organized without harming it. Absolutely amazing. So I will add links in the description below, and I'll make sure I add a link to Bessie's sequences so that you can learn about these. And I have a whole playlist that provides dozens upon dozens of interesting, fun applications of these special sequences. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.